is Shannon Watkins. I will be presenting Chapter 13, Substance Abuse and Misuse. The title of my lesson is researching the effects of substance abuse and misuse in celebrities. That's a tongue twister. I geared my lesson to 6th to 8th graders because you will be starting at that age. They will be starting to walk into junior high and high school, and that's when the peer pressure begins. Everything that we'll talk about today, it begins then. Um, this lesson will satisfy National Health Education Standards 1 and 2. Standard 1, students will comprehend concepts related to health promotion and disease prevention to enhance health. Standard 2, students will analyze the influence of family, peers, culture, media, technology, and other factors on health behaviors. The National Health Education Standards Performance Indicators 1.8.6 explain how appropriate health care can promote healthy behaviors, and 1.8.9 examine the potential seriousness of injury or illness if engaging in unhealthy behaviors. And 2.8.5 analyze how messages from the media influence health behaviors. It will also satisfy Illinois Health Learning Standards 22B, describe and explain the factors that influence health among individuals, groups, and communities. And 23B, explain the effects of health-related actions on the body system. After this lesson, students will be able to identify multiple substances and the effects that they have on the human body as displayed in celebrities from the media. They will be able to describe the difference between substance abuse and misuse and analyze the dangers of substance intake, make educated choices to avoid influence from the media. So, we can get started. So welcome back, class. Today we will begin our lesson on substance abuse and misuse. Can anyone tell me what they think substance abuse is? Yeah. Substance abuse is described as chronically taking an addictive or illegal drugs for reasons other than the intended use. So if you're taking something for the opposite reasons of why your medical professional, your pharmacist has told you to, that is a form of substance abuse. Substance misuse. Anyone want to take a shot at that? Yeah. Yes. Misuse is described as people who take drugs to make them feel better, not knowing or not following the instructions given by the medical professional. So, let's talk about some of the reasons for abuse or misuse in the youth, you guys' age. So curiosity. You guys want to experiment. What does this do? What does this taste like? What will this make me feel like? Those are all the questions that may be running through your head. And I believe that curiosity and peer pressure goes hand in hand, because if you're with a group of friends and your friends are doing it and they're like, oh man, this is cool, this makes you feel like this, and oh man, this is cool, and so you're curious. They're telling you, your friends, you trust them, you hang out with them all the time, you may have grown up together. I'm curious. I want to know what it feels like, what it tastes like. No, don't do it. Low self-esteem. Sometimes we have negative images or opinions about ourselves. And so doing these substances that we will talk about today, someone may feel like they can avoid coming to terms with these opinions or feelings by using drugs or substances as a coping mechanism. Adult modeling. So if you're any adult in your home, your mom, dad, you see them smoking cigarettes, you see them drinking alcohol, you think, hey, mom's doing it, she has a job, she's cool, it's fine, it's nothing. It is something, and we will talk about that. Mood alteration. Some of these have a strong impact on the psychological state. So some people may believe that it may help you feel better, but they miss the long-term effects that it has on you. And boredom. I believe that boredom, curiosity, and peer pressure may go all together. A group of children, group of youth, sitting, hanging out. Hey guys, I'm bored. What you guys want to do? I don't know. What does this do? What does this feel like? What does this taste like? All together. So let's talk about the different substances that can be abused and misused. Tobacco comes in the forms of cigarettes, cigars, and chewable forms. First, what is the legal age of drinking? Of sorry, what is the legal age of buying tobacco? Yes, it is 21. It used to be 18, but they realized that 18 was not old enough, so they moved it up to 21. So you can go to the store and you buy cigarettes because your friends are doing it or it's cool and you just want something to do. But it can have a chronic effect on your lung disease, cardiovascular disease, stroke, cancers. If someone is pregnant and they're doing it, it can result in a negative pregnancy. So you want to stay away from tobacco and cigarettes and cigars. No, they're not cool. Doesn't make you look cool. Alcohol. So alcohol comes in three major forms: beer, wine, and liquor. Beer has about 5 to 7%, while wine has 11 to 20%, and liquor varies. 100 proof whiskey is 50%, while 90 proof whiskey is about 45%. So, too much consumption or overconsumption of alcohol can lead to brain and liver disease. So, if you ever have heard of someone having cirrhosis of the liver, it's basically when their liver decided to shut down because the person had fed so much alcohol into their body. But those aren't the only risks that can come with it. So you have impaired memory, slurred speech, loss of coordination, loss of consciousness, increased risk of injuries and violence, fatal overdose, pregnancy, or depression. Alcohol has a different effect on everyone. Some people may be really, really happy, and then they get really, really sad. Some people may get really, really angry and violent, and then that both sides causes problems because now you're sad and you don't know why you're sad, or now you're causing violence and attacking people or aggressiveness for no reason. Marijuana. Marijuana, I know you guys may have heard, they have medical marijuana. So medical marijuana is, if it is used the way that your medical professional has prescribed it to you, to treat glaucoma, which will be to reduce the fluid around the eye. Chemotherapy, so someone has cancer, chemotherapy can have a few effects on your body, and so two of them are nausea and vomiting. So sometimes they will prescribe medical marijuana to counteract those. Appetite stimulant, you have a patient who's not eating, you may want to increase their appetite. Muscle relaxation, seizures, or other nervous disorders. These are all medical reasons to use them, but they have to be prescribed from a medical professional. But it can cause a slow reaction time, impaired coordination and balance, increased heart rate and appetite, anxiety, or panic attacks. And so we want to avoid those as well. Stimulants can cause, one of the common, most used stimulant is caffeine. So it's in coffee, it's in tea, it's in cola, and sometimes chocolate. So that form, it is absorbed into your bloodstream and it increases mental alertness and energy. But too much can overstimulate and increase heart rate. Stimulants can cause increased heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, metabolism, increased energy, anxiety, weight loss, insomnia, stroke, seizures, or cardiovascular complications. Um, so let's talk about some. Um, First, let's talk about like the distribution. These things, distribution, amount of dosage, and frequency of use, all play a role in the misuse or abuse of these substances. So, um, it's okay to take ibuprofen if your stomach is hurting from, you have cramps, or it's for the women, guys don't have those. Or if you're taking Benadryl because you have an allergic reaction or you have allergies, that's okay. Taking Benadryl to help you sleep at night is not okay. Taking ibuprofen because you like the way that it makes you feel is not okay. So it's all about the amount of dosage. So if it on the back, if it says, you always want to read the directions. So even over the counter drugs, you always want to read the directions. So if it says adults 12 and over, I don't know, 2 capsules a day, no more than 4 in 24 hours. Don't take more than 4 within 24 hours, because they have those directions there for a reason. And the frequency of use. So back to the Benadryl. If you're taking Benadryl every night and it's not allergy season, you don't have allergies, you're not having an allergic reaction, you just like that it helps you sleep, that's misuse and abuse. So you don't want to do that. These health hazards and risks are real. Some of the ways that your parents and teachers may examine these things can be a decline in as a teacher, what I would notice from you all, I suspected, it would be a decline in school or extracurricular activities. So if you stop coming to basketball practice and your academics are falling, and I know that you used to be on top of everything, you're changing friends and personality. Your parents begin to lose trust in you. You have going out, sneaking out, redness of the eye, lack of communication, and increased aggressiveness are all symptoms of something that teachers and parents may look for or look at and look into, because we notice that. So, now that we have talked about different substances and the effects of them, I want you all to take a moment, pull out your iPads, or go to a computer and research a well-known celebrity, someone you may have heard of, someone you may know. You have Whitney Houston, you have the rapper Extension. I don't know these rappers. Research a well-known celebrity that has displayed evidence of substance abuse or it was fatal to them. And I want you to research how it affected their life, their career, and them personally. You can use magazines, you can use social media, you can use the internet. So just take a moment, research that, and type up an outline, and then we will work on a paper later. So that was my lesson on substance abuse and misuse. Thank you.